Scotland's largest success woman football player was nearly signed by Celt, before the intelligence officer found she was a lady. Rosa Riley had a career how would rotate any top man premiership gamer verdant in jealousy. She ditched a state games athletic location to conduct a career in Europe soccer. It culminated in the striker creature elect the top gamer in a Planet Bowl winning Italy crew in 1983. Rosa, now 63, blazed a path for female in the nice play length up largest female knew they had a location in it. Of a kickabout in the boys at household in Stewarton, to game at the San Siro for AC Milan and captaining Italy in the Planet Bowl, she ever knew her desire was the just item she requested to do. Following creature selected to present Scotland in the modern pentathlon at the state games, she abandoned soccer to monitoring which her trainer called to as fitba but. She lasted a 1 week up declaring her athletic career was above. Rosa begun game soccer as quickly as she could go and concern in her skills begun previous. At the age of 6, the officer of the regional boys crew requested her to act. She memorable one special play wherever down there was a Celt intelligence officer observer. Same trainer told, how's a wee lady? Same intelligence officer told, not, the one who scored all the goals. So I tell to the intelligence officer and he couldn't trust I was a wee lady. How was my Celt carrier above while they knew I was a woman and I was so devastated since I mind if I was nice quite I should include been game for Celt. Rosa stored game and stored cut her wool to fit in any crew link up at a time's note. She was as well called to as Ross. Following lathe her behind on the state games, Rosa requested a boyfriend in newspapers to discover out if down there was any soccer for female in Europe. She found a crew in France, Stade de Reims, and she solved how was wherever she was departure. Me and my accomplice, a boyfriend named Edna who was a large football player, solved to go down there for a test, she told. I had fair rotated 17 and we were impudent, proverb we don't do testing, we are above to mark. So off we went and ran revolt in Reims and they signed us on the point. Following 6 months at Reims, the female were scouted by AC Milan. Rosa told, they proposed us a agreement. Now they act their household games in the San Siro, so you don't say no to how. By the period Rosa was 18 she was game for AC Milan. She was residing her vision and thick felt at household in Italy but it was not lightweight. She told, I was on my Todd, in a inn at Pond Como, close the learning land. I utilized to say to myself in the glass at overnight so who was talk behind to me. No tell British and I hadn't a key on Italian but I solved I was departure to do it. I purchased the sport paper and I purchased a vocabulary and solved I was departure to find out 3 speech a date. 4 persons was too lot since I didn't very worry in my formation, and I begun talk in the regional human beings. She was elect top gamer in the triumphant Italian Planet Cup crew how play China in the definitive in 1983. She won 8 Serie A league titles, 4 persons Italian hobby, and the gold shoe in 1983. She captained Italy 13 times for her world career. Slight known behind household in Scotland, Rosa was a big celebrity in Italy. At one spot she was requested to act for her ex-crew in Reims and ended up game in Italy on a Sunday, later France on a Saturday overnight. How year she won the France League and the Italian League. Rosa is yet the just Scotch woman football player always to win the Planet Bowl. She put it all downward to steep difficult job, in France and Italy we learned in the evenings. I utilized to boat train myself at lunch times to get superior. I had such a loving and desire for the play, I treated on each dimension where I went I ever found a side and a inclined rooftop for my headers. But though she never play for Scotland, she never forgotten her cradle, everything standard she achieved. She told, while I was game for Italy I was so proud to act for them but it was ever a Scotch cardiac beaten by the Italian jersey.